Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? So, this is gonna be really short, man, like super short. Who's up in here? I mean, is that D Style up in here? I think I just saw my man D Style up in here, but this is gonna be short. I'm not gonna be able to even read the comments, y'all. I think I saw DB up in here as well. So I just seen this real quick. I just want to cook on it really quick, man. So I'm not really gonna go super in depth with it, but just give my opinion on what I seen from Eddie Hearn. And look, I know a lot of people gonna be like, man, I'm not gonna believe that shit until it's here. And I understand fans feeling like that, but just the fact that he even came out, Eddie Hearn, and said that he thinks that, because now you got to listen to the wording of it. Now, I'm good with him coming to realization that he thinks that for the fight to get made, Fury or Wilder, the winner of that fight, is going to want 50-50 with AJ. Okay, now he did say during this interview or whatever, it's on Boxing Scene. I forgot who he did the actual interview with, but I read the clip on Boxing Scene where he said that he thinks that he doesn't necessarily think that those guys are worth 50-50, Wilder or Fury, but he understands the argument now, and he believes that in order to get that fight made between AJ versus Wilder or Fury, it's going to take 50-50. Now, he said in the last year, a lot has changed. He went on to say that Wilder has looked spectacular in his KO victories, or that's sensational in his KO victories over Ortiz in Brazil. And he also went on to say that Tyson Fury has raised his profile here in America, going on WWE and that sort of thing. All right. I'm glad that, like I said, that Hearn has came this far, because Hearn a year ago, and then he also said that the fact that AJ has lost, he recaptured his titles, but he has lost, has put him on a different level. So some of the things he said, I was like, okay, I agree with that, Eddie. And some of the stuff he was saying, then he went on to say that he offered him 60-40 and they turned it down. Some of that stuff was kind of off in my opinion, because they're, but regardless of that though, I am happy that Hearn is even saying this. Again, we have to wait to see, and again, a lot can change when we get to that point. Hopefully nothing changes up. Hopefully he doesn't go back to say, nope, you know what? Even though Wilder won against Fury, or Fury beat Wilder or whatever, I didn't like their performance. Now it's 60-40. So I'm not even going to put that out there, but I just know how this game works. And I know how he just said a lot can change in 12 months. Well, I know how a lot can change in another 12 months. You know what I mean? So hopefully the goalpost does not move. Hopefully he keeps the goalpost right here. And when we go into whoever the winner out of Wilder and Fury is, and I know they're talking about having the third fight, but for me, I wouldn't want to. Now, I did hear Frank Warren say that, what do you say? Win or lose, that Wilder Fury will have another fight, a third fight in the summer, and I wouldn't want to see it that damn fast, man. Like, I don't want to see them fight again that quick. I would want, if it was up to me, man, I would want that undisputed fight thrown in there before Wilder Fury will get another shot or get a rematch or whatever. I would rather see that, and I would want to see before Usyk gets his shot, because it seems as if that they're saying that Usyk and Chisora, yeah, that's something else that I seen, that Usyk and Chisora are supposed to be getting on in was it March, and then in April AJ is going to fight Pulev. That's what they're talking about. I think they're talking about March 7th for Chisora versus Usyk for that vacant WBO strap. You know what I mean? And then a month later we'll get AJ versus Pulev. You know what I mean? So I definitely want to see how this Pulev and Chisora thing plays out, because I want to see how, I've seen how he can deal with pressure at cruiserweight, but I just want to see how he deals with Chisora's pressure, because Chisora's not going to be shy to try to rough him up, and I want to see how Usyk handles getting roughed up by a big solid heavyweight. Yes, I know he's fought in the World Series of Boxing and fought at super heavyweight, but somebody that fights in the manner and fights in the style of Chisora, that would try to rough him up, they'll throw some elbows, that's going to be relentless to the body, that's not easy to knock out. Although he is long in the tooth, Chisora, with just, his fights and the way he fights, and he's been in a lot of wars. So it comes down to, man, is Chisora war-torn? Because he's been in a lot of wars, man. He's been in a lot of wars. He had a sensational knockout against Takam. He stopped Price. Even on the first Dillian White fight could have went either way. Then the second Dillian White fight, he was up on the scorecards and he got knocked out. You know what I mean? So he's been in his fair share of wars. The David Haye fight, the Klitschko fight, you know, the Ajay Kaviel loss that he sustained in between the two Dillian White fights. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, man, just my quick opinion. Yo, oh, and also this weekend, y'all, you got F.A. Jaguar and Daniel Dubois. They will be fighting this weekend. So I know the Jaguar's going to be on that Charlo undercard. Charlo and Harrison. I can't wait for that one this Saturday. Charlo and Harrison. It's going to be a good one. So you got the Jaguar. Charles Martin's fighting this weekend. And then you got Dubois fighting this weekend against Kayatora Fujimoto. You know what I mean? So can't wait to see how those two prospects, how they look. I'm expecting some sensational knockouts from the both of them. Went back and I watched Jaguar versus Hernandez and watched him fight Demarizen again. And I think a Swarmer is going to give a Jaguar his most difficult fights. When he steps up, kind of like I'm talking about Chisora, like a guy like that, somebody that wants to throw overhand rights and overhand and big left hooks and rip him to the body. But sometimes a Jaguar goes straight high guard to defend, and then he'll wait till you're done, and then he'll try to get off. At least he did it in those fights. I don't think he should even sustain punishment like that. Put the high guard up and move the hell out the way. Why sit there and take 4 or 5 punches, and I know he has his guard up and he figured it doesn't hurt and all that, and I can take him and don't worry, you know, but why even do that, man? Just sustain that jab, keep that distance. And if you are on the inside, bust that dude up or wrap him up. Why sit there and put the earmuffs on just to take shots? Even if you can absorb the shots, why even do that? You know what I mean? But I want to see a Jaguar develop, also see Dubois develop. Kayatora Fujimoto did come out and say he's going to knock Dubois out. I mean, I guess we'll see. But if he brings the fight to Dubois, that could be explosive for how long it lasts. I don't think it's going to last long. But I don't see no other way for Fujimoto to win, but try to be a little bit aggressive because he's not going to outbox him from the outside. That's not going to work. He doesn't even have the reach to even carry out that game plan. And I don't think he has the pot shot ability to carry it out either. So I don't think he has nowhere to go. You know, I mean, he's kind of caged in. I think he's going to get walked down. He's going to have to fight. He's going to have to score a knockout to win. You know, so. But as far as Eddie Hearn, though, man, I guess, you know, like I said, we'll see when it comes. We'll see when that opportunity comes up again. We will see if the goalpost will be moved. But I'm not gonna lie, though. I like what he said, and I like that. Even though he kind of did like an underhand comment where he was like, "Hey, I don't think they're worth that," but I understand the argument, and I understand that this is what it's gonna take to make the fight. Then he also is putting it on AJ now, like, "Hey, and this would be an AJ decision. He's his own, or he's the boss." And I'm so confused with who's the boss, who ain't the boss. If you ask me, Eddie Hearn's the damn boss. I think he's trying to just save face and just be nice and just be kind towards AJ, saying that he's the boss. And nah, Eddie Hearn's the boss, man. Because if AJ was the boss, wouldn't the rematch with Ruiz wouldn't have been in MSG? Because AJ, I don't want to get into all that shit, man. Who's the boss? To me, Eddie Hearn's the boss. Yes, I think he probably will listen to AJ, what AJ thinks about things, but ultimately I think Eddie Hearn's the one that's going to make decisions because he's the one that's ahead of fucking Matchroom, him and his dad. So they're going to make the best decision for their business. They're not going to let said fighter carry out the best business decision for them. I mean, does that make any sense? Now, he said it'll be up to AJ. So I like what I'm hearing. But again, we will see when that road gets crossed, how all this will play out. We will see will they have the same tune, and we will see if the goalposts will move. As of right now, I like the fact that he's saying, hey, man, to get it made, it's going to be 50-50. Because I think this fight is a 50. It's for undisputed. Like he even brought up, a lot has changed, man. Not just on the Wilder and Fury end, but even on Joshua's end. He took an L. He got his titles back, but shit, he took an embarrassing L. You know what I mean? So I'm glad that Hearn has, he's not being too outrageous with it and acting like nothing happened. That's the last thing that you want to do as fans, is try to put it in our face like your fighter didn't get a chink in the armor. But then he also said something in the interview where he said, and Tyson Fury already beat Wilder. That's another thing, man. Like, people just saying this dude won all the time, man, it's getting on my. The dude didn't win the fight, man. Like, it's a fucking draw. And just to put that out there, like he really wanted to fight, the dude did not win the fight. So then it's like people don't want to just say that the dude had a draw. So some of that shit he said in the interview was just kind of still off to me. You know, I mean, I like the 50-50, but saying that Fury won the fight, no, the fight was a draw, man. But that's why I like the fact they have a rematch coming up. So all this shit to be put to bed, put to rest. Although they're saying something about the third fight, but a lot of stuff will be put to rest, man. But hey, y'all, I can't even look at my comments, man, because I'm driving. I appreciate y'all showing up. Just want to get my quick opinion about it, and it was very quick, but I'll try to cook on this more in detail tomorrow. Couldn't really go too deep into it, but just seen it like an hour ago, and I wanted to just get my quick opinion on it, man. But I'll be back tomorrow, y'all. Y'all be easy. I'm going.